always do things backwards. And I had all those cut separately so that I could give enough room around the metal for the tool, the bead roll tool. And then you just watch me went and do that. Yeah. Totally wrong. The whole idea was I was going to put it where there was plenty of material to bead roll, but then have the template drawn on there so that all of them will literally butt right up and weld perfectly together. Yep, and then I totally did not give any of them enough room for the bead roller. At least I don't think. I'm going to go ahead and try to roll one of them and see if I did, but I don't think I did. Luckily, I have a bunch of spares. So, and this is 20 gauge, so it's cheap. Cheap. So, no big deal. It's like a couple dollars worth of metal I just ruined. But it just, yeah. You know me. I have a thought in my head, and then I forget half of it until about this point, and then I go, oh, crap. Two letters together. It turned out decent. Let's see if I can get a shine on it. See, there are some low spots, and that's because about 95% of this is fused weld. So it worked really well. I should have put another letter right here because it warped the crap out of this side of the eye. It's not a big deal. I just work it across as I'm welding. You know, work the metal and spot weld as a tack weld as I go across the whole thing. That might use some filler. No big deal. I'm going to start stitching all the letters in because I need the big panel all put together. Because, guess what? It allows the heat to go somewhere. I can play all around that thing, and it's just a lot less heat than I threw into this. As you can see, the back side almost fused welded all the way through. But that's where I did the first tack, and then the rest of it's pretty much fused welded together. So, but the heat did soak into the whatever bead roll a little bit, but not bad. A lot better than if I tried to fill the whole thing. So, plus worked out pretty good. I'm gonna continue doing what I'm doing. Start tacking all this together and see what it looks like at the end. Up, that's first. third? Yeah, third locks up. Fourth dead spins. So I may have screwed up. I had this grand idea of what I wanted to do, which was take a Corvette T56 and convert it over to be able to use with the LS, the LQ9. Now you're like, but it's a Chevy LS transmission, but it uses torque tube. So actually what it is this transmission actually sits in the back half of the Corvette, not the front half, like a standard T56 does. Now with that said, it uses this thing, okay, actually I think it sits like this, to change, no, it does sit like this, to change the gears, okay. It's not going to line up now, but it uses that to change gears, right? Because obviously your shifter's in the front and you don't want all that linkage, so it uses some electronically thingy to change gears. Now, that's fine and dandy. So I did a bunch of research, and what it was there's a handful of parts. If I buy them brand new from the factory, it's like $800. Now, even with that and the price that I paid for this transmission, I'm still in it half of what getting a good standard car T56 is. I got a killer fly trying to attack me. And on top of that, I don't think I need to replace the main spline, because they're saying that the main spline needs to be replaced to be shortened, because A, your drive shaft won't go to it, but B, no speed sense, and there were some other little thingies that I don't need to worry about. And I'm having a custom drive shaft made, so it really doesn't matter if the spline's longer. And to make up the gap from the tail half, the rear section of the transmission, I can 3D print something that will go over it and protect it, or like a dust shield thing. That's not a problem. The front half is what I'm confused about. I'm making the assumption the bell housing will bolt to where the torque tube bolts. I'm hoping this is the same. If it is not, I will have to get one off an LS. That's why I have two options to make this work. Either A, buy all the parts brand new, and I don't remember what all you had to replace. It was to an F body, but the bell housing is the only difference from at least what I read. B, or maybe you had to change this to make it go to an LT motor or something, I don't remember. But the thing is, or B, find a T56 that's completely just demolished and scavenge the shifter parts off of it that I need, because that seems to be the one thing that I really need. Is there's a block off plate here and then the rear half of it, and that's really what I need, is the rear half, and then I can figure out what needs to go on the front half. I don't know what else has to be modified in here, because I'm going to make the assumption, since the T56s I'm seeing online have a flat plate here, this needs to go bye-bye. And that could just be as simply as, because the whatever electronic thingy, I don't know what that is, hits this, it changes gears or something. I don't know, but we'll figure it out. But at least we know essentially kind of what is wrong with it. So, thank you for watching this week. Someday in like 4 years we'll get back to this transmission. Have a good one, and we'll see you all in the next one.